Last night was a bad night for Joe Biden, although these days, every day is a bad day for Joe Biden. State of the Union speech, a traditional once a year speech by the president. Firstly, look at that mess. Kamala Harris's face, Nancy Pelosi's face. There was a bit of a concern from both of them, and then it turned into more about those two. He literally, for this photo, is the best metaphor because he is blurred because he's not the main focus. It's always about Kamala and Nancy. But I just want to kind of show you my favorite bits where Joe Biden accidentally escalated the tensions in Ukraine by getting Iran involved and also accidentally saying something that didn't really help the situation. Instead of saying Russia, he said he doesn't want to start the conflict with Ukraine.
Our forces not going to Europe to fight Ukraine. Our forces not going to Europe to fight Ukraine. Our forces not going to Europe to fight Ukraine.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Joe. I'm glad your forces are not going to Europe to randomly attack Zelensky. But that wasn't the part of it because there was a lot of gaps. We all expected it. We knew he was going to be chaotic. We knew he can't really form a sentence. On the plus side, he was speaking quite fast, which is new for him. Usually he just stumbles through words and he just goes blah, blah, blah. So well done, Joe, for speaking a bit faster, but nothing you said made any sense. Considering you, instead of saying Ukrainian, you said this.
To our fellow Ukrainian Americans who forged the deep bond that connects our two nations, we stand with you. We stand with you. Putin may circle Kyiv with tanks, but he'll never gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people. Gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people. Gain the hearts and souls of the Iranian people.
What? Don't you get Iran involved? We already have enough problems. Sleepy Joe. This is not really helping the whole situation. The funny thing is, ironically, is that there is a link between Iran and Russia already. So of all words and countries to mix up, he got the wrong one. And the issue I have is that this was, jokes aside, he completely undermined, once again, the leadership of not just America, but the superpower. I mean, the last few days of America being a superpower until China completely takes over. But this is not really helping because whether we like it or not, until now, America, as the leading voice of NATO, are the police of the world. And considering his mess in Afghanistan and now this, he's completely destroying the credibility of the West. Maybe it's a good thing long term. Maybe it's time for us to rethink the whole Americanism in terms of the leading voice of the West. Or maybe we need it to come back and Trump needs to return. Maybe. But considering it's not even him just the problem. Kamala Harris has her own problems. Nancy Pelosi malfunctioned a little bit during the speech.
From burn pits.
Why is she clapping for that?
What the fuck? What is this?
What is that?
Did you see that shit? Nancy Pelosi goes
40 times.
Yeah.
Nancy. I mean, we kept joking about Hillary being a bit of a robot. I think Nancy's an official android and she's malfunctioned. Maybe because Apple have stopped their operations in Russia and maybe she was linked, her system, operating system was linked to Moscow. So I got my own theories. I'm going to stop talking now. But the moral of the story is that this guy came and promised that he's going to bring back a grown-up leadership after Trump. Bring back Trump because he was the one president, he didn't start a new conflict and he actually made peace deals as president and he tamed not just Putin but also North Korea and other places as well. He scrapped the Iran deal. We need proper leadership from the American president.